Hey, welcome to my channel where I talk about dolls, and that's literally it. In this video, I'm going to be unboxing a whole bunch of Maplelea stuff. It was originally supposed to be just the final new releases of 2025. Another video on top of the two I already did, because the new releases have been coming out sort of sporadically. But because I've been recording this video for about a month, a few special retired pieces have also found their way into my collection. And so I wanted to share the ones that really mean the most, or the ones that I find most interesting or most excited about. I'm going to drop them in here as well. So even though I'm showing a lot of stuff in this video, I've actually acquired a few other pieces that just, they're not that spectacular. I mean, they're great. I'm happy to have them, but they didn't really need to be in this video because I wasn't as excited. I was trying to streamline this a little bit because, as you can see, it's a really long video, which I know some of you like, so I'm not complaining about that. I'm just letting you know that there was even more over the last month that I've accumulated, which is why I had to come and record a new opening or a new intro, because the when I originally recorded, I thought I was just going to be doing a few new releases. I thought this video would be maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. I should know better by now, but I still don't. But it wasn't completely my fault. I didn't know that there was going to be a Black Friday sale that, encouraged me, let's say, inspired me to buy more pieces than just, I mean, some of those were new releases, so it wasn't completely out of theme for this video. However, there are some pieces that, like I said, I'm just going to be sharing them because I'm just that excited that I want to shoehorn them in somewhere before the year is up. Now let me roll into the intro I recorded back when I was so innocent and thought this was just going to be a quick little video. And then there were all these other pieces that I had to come in and explain up front so you weren't confused as you were watching. Hey, welcome to my channel where I talk about dolls, and that's literally it. In this video, I'm going to be unboxing the final 2025 new releases from Maplelea, but compilation style. And what I mean by that is there are a few pieces left, and they're kind of spaced out. I currently have two in front of me that I'll unbox now, and then as the others come, I will record them, and then at the end, I will just compile them all together rather than letting them all pile up and having a whole bunch of stuff to unbox at once. And the two outfits I have in front of me are core girl outfits. One's Taryn's and one is Leonie's. The Taryn outfit is Alpine Trail Set, and the Leonie outfit is her Crimson Cardinals. And I'll say a little bit about Crimson Cardinals when I get to it, because I'm going to start with Taryn's first. I'll try them as I normally do now. I'll try them on an American Girl doll, and then I'll put them on a Maplelea doll. And since these are core line outfits, for once, I'm actually going to put them on the girl they belong to. I don't know why it's taking me so long to do that. So let me show you the Alpine Trail Set first, the details, as I usually do, and then I'll put it on an American Girl doll. I'll do the same over here, and then I'll swap them out and put them onto their respective Maplelea doll. Now, these come with trail shoes. We've seen stuff like this before, but I'm noticing now that the inside is kind of fluffy. So it's not, I don't know if you're able to make it out from there, but I guess these are a bit more of a fall trail hike than the summer ones. And the good thing about them is they're lined in a light color. And the reason I'm saying that is because I do have an older pair of these that are purple, and then the inside was sort of a purplish black, and then they stained my Maplelea doll. So I'm just letting you know that that could be possible, but I think in this one, it should be fine because it's a light color and it's not the same kind of fabric that leads to dye transfer, I think. It also comes with, because it's one of her hiking outfits, it comes with this big, well, big for a doll, not big for us, backpack, like a trailing backpack. And it's shaped like an actual backpack, so it's got the kind of buckle clip here. You can open it up and put things inside. There's a duffel kind of closing right here. Oh, it's elastic. And what else do I need to tell you about it? Because I'm just looking at it now for the first time too. Dark green and purple. I don't think you would have it touching your doll, so I wouldn't really worry about the staining there. But it could fit a lot. Maybe some tissue paper for me to go with, to make it look fuller as the doll is wearing it. And it also has a fleece vest, which is also purple and green, but then has fuchsia. And it's got a little picture of a butterfly in it because Taryn loves butterflies. She has a lot of them in her collection. They show up from time to time. And then these, I guess they're kind of like windbreaker type of pants. That's what the fabric feels like to me. There are two zippers, zip pockets that open. Is there an actual pocket in here? Oh yeah, it's an actual pocket. So I don't know if you're seeing the whole depth of it, but it's pretty big. I don't know what you need to put in there. Maybe some tools or accessories from her older sets because she's got, or from her digging set for one thing, because she's got like a compass and things like that. You could put that in there. And then it has a pink spandexy, but softer. So it's like a cottony spandexy, like it's stretchy, long sleeve shirt. And it's got the deep pink maple leaf embroidered onto it. And like everything else, it comes with journal pages. This one, and I don't know if I say this properly every time I show the journal pages, but it actually tells you what it's supposed to come with. So if you look on the back, I always show the front of the page, but the back actually tells you what it includes, which is probably handy information to have. And then you'll either get a lined page or a blank page, and you'll get the actual journal entry, let's call it, in English and French. This one is hiking to the ink pots. So there'll probably be a story there, like there usually is, something relating to Canadian culture, because these are Canadian dolls. So now let me put this outfit on an American Girl doll to show you how it fits. The good thing about Taryn's collection is a lot of her, because of her stuff is hiking, it can be a little bit, in my collection, I usually keep her stuff pretty gender neutral whenever possible. And pink does not scare me from putting it on a boy doll. So I'm choosing a boy doll. This is where I'm going with this. Because in a lot of different doll collections, you don't always have a lot of opportunities to put it on a boy doll. And since I have quite a few boy dolls, I'll take whatever chance I can get. That was his wider spread hand, so I had a little bit of trouble, and that's why I probably zoned out for a second, or I lost my train of thought, because I was making sure that the fit was going to be okay. And that's why I like to show you these things, just in case, but it's a very stretchy top, so if you do get it, you'll see it's, like I said, spandexy, but soft. And I was not, I was going to say, I always complain that their clothes are so soft, but I don't mean it that way. I mean, like, I'm always remarking on the fact that their clothes are so soft. And so I'm just going to fix the fit a little bit to compensate for the fact that his arms are shorter than Taryn's. There you go. And it doesn't really matter. I just like to get it to look a little bit better, because I don't want you thinking, if I leave it ugly, I don't want you thinking that that's the only way it's going to look. And the same thing's going to be with the pants. Oftentimes they'll just look baggier, because when they, when they bunch up on the bottom, the fabric just distributes differently. Okay, fits really easily. Because these looked kind of tight in the stock photos on, I'm saying stock photos as if I haven't seen them in person, but I'm saying like the stock photos is what I have more ingrained in my mind at this point. But they fit in really well. I like it. Yeah, see, they just bunch up a little bit, and it's cute. I think that's what I always love about, and I say that all the time, but that's what I really love about putting these outfits on American Girl dolls, just because the fit is really cute. I'm going to show you with everything else, but I just want you to see, just mix and match. If I hide his head, you don't necessarily know if it's a boy or a girl, because that's the only thing that changes is the length of their hair. Now these shoes, I'm wondering if I'll have to, oh, they don't open up. They're elasticated. Yeah, so they'll be easy to go on. Like I said, they're very soft inside. And yeah, they look good. They look good. Like that, I was remarking on it like that because I really like how they look. I think I'm used to it now, but I remember at one point when I started using Maplelea, particularly shoes on American Girls, I had to get used to. It was hit or miss for me, is what I was trying to say. So I'm just trying to show you how I want you to see how the length may look. Hopefully the angle is good for you to figure out what it looks like, and you can decide for yourself if you like it or not. But because their shoes are so detailed, I would suggest getting used to how it looks, because they're all, like a lot of their clothes, their shoes are especially incredible. And of course, it's really soft, the fleece of it. And I'll show you it unzipped here. And honestly, I think the pink looks really good. It's not my favorite color, but I don't mind it. And even though it's a boy, I still think it looks very sharp on him. Butterflies and all. All right, let's just zip this up and see how tight it is. Yeah, he just looks like he's bundled up for the chillier weather of the fall. And then last is his, well, Taryn's, but he's going to be wearing it. Oh yeah, so I'll tighten it. I'll tighten the duffel and just bring in the clip so that you can see how that functions too. Oh, and it has these, are they called body clips? I notice in real life, these hiking type backpacks have clips like that. So I'll show you all that. Oh, and it's got the Canada flag all over it. So I guess if you're traveling to Europe, it's probably a good idea to bring a backpack like this. Because I've heard that a lot of, this is shady to say this, I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's true, that a lot of Americans will put Canadian flags on their luggage or backpacks when they travel, so that people think they're Canadian, because people around the world are just, I don't know, it's based on their opinions, not mine. Anyway, it's very cute the way it fits. Very nice. You can go hiking or traveling to Europe. Great, so that's one outfit down. Very, very quick and painless. And now I'm going to move on to Leonie's Crimson Cardinals outfit, which I want to explain a little bit something about when I get to it, to talk about how picky Maplelea is with their quality. But first, let me show you the outfit, because this is not my first time having this outfit, but it's the first time they let me keep it. It's got these, oh, I never noticed the details on these shoes before. Did I not look at them? Maybe I didn't. Anyway, there's like a leather kind of toe to it, and I don't know how to explain this pattern that's going around. It's kind of like a brocade, or what I think it is, but what I think is brocade, and I could be wrong. But there is some glittery threads sewn through it, so that's why it's got that sparkle. I hope the camera's picking it up for you. Very detailed shoes again, of course, and they're white inside, so I wouldn't worry about them staining. I don't think your doll's gonna get stained white. And so the skirt is corduroy, and it's lined with white again, so that's what's going to be touching your doll. And it's got these custom buttons that I think are metal. They feel metal to me. Yeah, they must be metal. I don't know. If it's not metal, then it's cold plastic. Could it be plastic? I don't know. They look and feel like metal. That's all that matters. And so this is the piece that, what I was talking about, the quality last time, why this is the second time I've had this outfit. And before I get to that, here is the cardinal sweater. Go just, you know, like all their sweaters, it looks like a human could wear it. You know, if I held it like this, you may think it's a human sweater, like it might fit me. And it's really nice. And I want this for Leonie. I thought this could be like something she'd wear for Christmas, even though it's not a Christmas outfit. But in some places, cardinals are like, you know, you might use them as decorations and consider them a Christmassy thing. And it's also got these, I think they're calf high. I don't think there's like knee high socks, but there's a little bit of a pattern. I don't know if it's going to pick up on the camera again, like little, not really an argyle, but they're just sort of little checks that go up. I'm just hoping that you can see it, but it's probably a little bit tricky. And then finally, of course, the journal pages, Green Alleys in Quebec. Leonie's Crimson Cardinals tells you everything that's on the back. I'm trying to remember to tell you that in the future. So this one came with a line sheet, and then of course French, because Leonie is our French girl. She's from Quebec, our French province. And what I was saying before, I can finally tell you now. I want to throw those out. What I was saying is that I got this. So whenever something comes, all these new releases, like I'm watching them like a hawk. I can't wait to see them come out. Let me tell you the story as I dress the doll. That would make more sense, right? So I'm going to put it on Yvette. Whenever something new comes out, I immediately put through an order, and it's probably a little bit obnoxious, because if they get 2 items, I'll put it in as a pickup, and then, you know, I'll wait until it's worth to go pick up everything. But it's like I know they only get a rush shipment of their first batch that comes in. So I want to make sure that I can get them and not have to wait for the regular shipment to come in, because some of it might even arrive after the holidays at this point, right? Because we're November now. So that's why I rush to get it, so that I can have it, because I'm greedy, but also, you know, to show people. And I know that a lot of the people who watch my videos are kind of relying on it to see how the fit is on American Girl in some of the cases. So that's what I'm saying. Whenever there's something new, I rush. I've had them not even have time to put, because I'm up there so fast. I will put through the order, and they've said to me before, I shouldn't say this because I don't want them thinking that everybody should just like put through an order and then fly up to the store. But like I will, if I'm going to be in the neighborhood, let's say, I will just stop by and see if it's ready. Oh, this looks so cute. And so that is what had happened with this outfit. So they didn't even have a chance to look over it properly. And they didn't like the way the buttons were lined up. So they I don't know if anybody else received the outfit from the first batch, but that's why it sold out very quickly. And then instead of, you know, returning soon, is because they wanted them to make the buttons look better, the way they lined up. So that's why I'm saying this is my second time having this outfit, but my first time trying on a doll. And, you know, I mean, I didn't design the outfit, so I probably wouldn't have noticed. I did look at it after and try to see what they were talking about, but I'm just saying, like, I'm probably not the right person. So it's like a good thing they noticed before I put it on here. Maybe some of you would have. And that's all I'm saying, where, you know, if something doesn't meet their specifications, they will send it all back and say, make it better. And anything can happen. I mean, it's just, you know, it's people working in a factory. Oh, now when they're on her, you'll see the pattern better. So these things can just happen, and it's not the end of the world. It's especially better that it happens to someone like me because, oh, they are knee-high, because I'm close and I can just, take care of it on my next order pickup, which, as I've already made very clear, are often, especially during like the new release season. Okay, I'm just trying to get this to go over the sock. I think I started with her big foot. Try to be smarter this time. There we go. Yeah, so I'm really eager to bring this forward so you can see how the socks look, because they're really, really detailed and really nice. And I don't know, I guess because when I've said this before, when something is your own and you're seeing it on your own doll or in your own hands, they look different. I don't know why I thought these socks were shorter. Or maybe they are shorter. It's just that their stubby little legs make them look longer. But we'll see when I put these on Leonie. All right, let's see if this one's a little bit easier to get on. Yeah, it was. And then I will show you how it looks up close so you can decide if you like the look of the shoes on your American Girl. First, I got to see it though. So what I try to point out whenever, because I want you to know the worst parts of it before you try to make an order, if it's for your American Girl dolls. So sometimes when it's an open shoe like this, because their foot is wider here and doesn't go all the way, it can make the shoe look like it goes wide and then narrow in the toe. These look fine, but I just want to make you, I just want to train your eye to see that, and you can decide how you feel about it. So here are the shoes. They're very, and again, you're going to see how detailed they are. And see what the pattern I mean of the sock? It's a little bit more obvious. It is a bit more argyle when her legs spreading it out. I wonder if it'll be argyle on Leonie, whose legs are thinner. And so here are the middle buttons and the cardinal sweater. It's a really great fit. I love how the sweater looks on her, because I'm used to seeing it, having seen it on a Maplelea doll for a really long time, and I wasn't sure if it would look this good, and it does. It looks really good on her. And more corduroy. I love corduroy, so I love this outfit so much. So much, in fact, that I can't wait to see it on Leonie, so let me do that right now. Yes, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. So I'll bring it forward and show you how it looks on a Maplelea, and hopefully you remember how it looked on Yvette, because this is the biggest difference is going to be in the shoes. And everything else is just more of a personal taste, personal preference thing if you like how it looks on whatever different body. But I was really, let's say, fixated on getting it on Leonie, and there she goes. She's ready. Next is Taryn, who's going to model her own outfit too. But I already have her outfit for the season that she's been wearing, so I had to get her ready for this. So if I don't seem as enthusiastic, it's only because I love that I had her in her winter outfit until now. Let me show you how it looks unzipped before I zip it up so you can get an idea of both looks. Because I feel like the backpack being buckled up would probably look better with this zipped up. You know what though? I like this. I prefer how the vest looks unzipped. Maybe because you can see more of the details of the shirt underneath, and it's not as blocked. I'll tell you the one benefit of putting this on a boy doll. They don't have all this hair to get out of the way of the backpack. But of course, once it's on, once you've got her hair parted and out of the way, it looks really good on her. But I already knew this from seeing it in store. You know, I wanted to try one last option of her having the backpack done up and the vest open. And it makes no sense because obviously it's just going to hold the vest together. So one last look will be with the backpack unclipped and the vest opened. And you can see how you feel about that. There you go. Is everything staying on her right? Before I bring her up to show you close up. So here's the difference, Maplelea. And I do like to hear how people feel about the difference of an outfit on a Maplelea doll. Since I'm going through all the trouble of putting it on both dolls, I do like when people tell me if they prefer this outfit on an American Girl or this outfit on a Maplelea doll, or if it is just nice to see both. All right, but that wasn't too bad because I'm not done. I'm done for now, but I will be back when I have more outfits to share. So I'm back a bit sooner than I expected with some dolls I bought sooner than I expected and some pieces I didn't expect to buy at all because they had the Black Friday sale at the time I'm recording this. And the way their Black Friday sales worked was for every amount you bought, you would earn a gift certificate, a store credit that you could use in the new year. And the more you bought, the bigger the increment was that you would get back. And of course, the way I am, I went with the maximum, which is if you spend 500 Canadian, you will get $150 back to use within January of 2026, which was easy to accomplish when you just throw a couple dolls in there and then an outfit or so. So that's why I have what I have in front of me, which wasn't supposed to be a part of this video, but it is still new releases and things that I was eventually going to get, just wasn't planning to do it yet. I'm going to start with this pair of dolls because they go together in a really funny way, a way that you'll probably expect as I start to talk about them. The first doll on my left is KMF 50. The funny thing about KMF 50 is she came out in two versions, one with green eyes and one with blue eyes. Everything else was the same, the wig, the face mold and everything like that. But there were two versions of eyes, and they've never done anything like that before as far as I know. So let me open her first because this is a doll who she's not on my list in the strictest way of collecting dolls. So let me first show her to you because I'm sure she's very pretty and some of you may have been interested in her, but never had a chance to see her in anyone's collection yet. So like I said, two versions. I got the green-eyed version, and when I say it's the pair of dolls that go together, this is a KMF 57. And just in case you don't know who that is, she is a new version of the black mold doll. I don't even want to say what my relationship is to this doll because some of you may be so sick of her. So I'm not actually going to open her right now because the fact is I bought these dolls to eye and wig swap because I want as many customs of KMF 57 as I can possibly physically, painfully handle. And in case you're wondering what KMF 57 looks like outside of the box, I have mine here, the one that I won't be customizing. This is Avery, and I can bring it up to you, show you quickly before I get to unboxing the doll beside me, who is going to essentially be eye and wig swapped with the doll who looks like this. But again, not this one. She's staying in my collection as is. This is the first doll I'm unboxing in this video. So just in case you wanted a little bit of a reminder, it's a window box that has a little saran wrap protector on it, and it opens. Inside you've got the doll sitting in this way. I know I already showed you quickly, but I realized I breezed through without explaining anything. There's a journal inside here, but I don't really bother opening them anymore just because I have so many of these Maplelea and Me dolls. And aside from the first wave that had purple journals, now they're all blue and they're pretty much the same. So I don't really feel much of a need to show it all just because I've shown it all many times before. And then there's a layer of tape that I've already cut off before recording this because I know how annoying it can be for me. And then you twist these ties off the back and then the doll will pop out. I just want to do that quickly because I do have another doll that I'm going to open later, not aside from the KMF 57 I'm not opening. And then the part here that I often have trouble with is what I've learned is you have to turn their legs so that they will slide out unless you want to remove the entire tray where the journal is. But that just becomes too difficult for me. And since I have a doll out, I might as well use her as a model, the Maplelea model for the outfit that I'm about to unbox. But first, let me show you at least how she is without her hairnet. So you can see the hair. It's like a golden blonde. It's not as pale blonde or honey blonde or whatever some of the other blonde dolls are. But it's not as red as I expected. It's a very, very golden color, I think. And her skin tone isn't as pale as a lot of the light skin Maplelea and Me, or the Maplelea dolls, but Maplelea and Me I was about to say. So she's still very fair skinned, just not as much as, and trust me, as some of the dolls I've unboxed on here. And now that she's free, I'll show you her up close. Again, just for anyone who was curious about this doll, even if you didn't want to buy her, just wanted to know how she looked, not on the website stock photos. I do prefer the green over the blue eyes because the green eyes are a new color and they are really nice. So they have it's like a yellowish green, like there's some yellow to it. And I think that really makes them stand out as far as green doll eyes go. I should be showing her to you because she won't be in my collection very long like this. However, like I said, I am going to use her to model the outfit over here that I bought today picked up today, but not bought today. I wasn't planning to get this at all, but then like I said, I wanted to get that $500 point. And if you're wondering what I'm going to do with my $150 in the new year, buying another KMF 57 to customize, but customize in a way that I probably don't need another Maplelea doll for because I know what I want to do. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let me move on to showing you this outfit. It's called Practice Makes Perfect, which is part of Brand's collection. And when I did my Maplelea store tour, I did go up close to the doll wearing it on display to show you the details of it. I know it's not the same thing as having the outfit loose and in my hands, so maybe this will be a little bit of a different experience. But when I saw it in store, I thought, oh, the first of all, the hairband that comes with it is really nice, and it's a shame that they don't show it on the website. The stock photos don't include it for whatever reason. And because my one worry with the outfit, jumping from what I liked as a pleasant surprise to what I didn't like, is it comes with two leotards, I think you would call them, and they have a pretty low neckline. And another thing is I don't really have a need for another ballet outfit, but the pieces in this do seem pretty good for a mix and match. They wouldn't, even though I probably will at times, show them as a ballet outfit. I think you could use, well, the ballet slippers would just be ballet slippers, but everything else I think you could actually just use as regular, like a kind of an outfit piece, like mix and match with other things. And let me show you now this ballet slippers, because in case you didn't see the store tour or you've forgotten, these were made at a factory that makes actual ballet slippers and other dance slippers too. And so Maplelea hired them to make not just these, but the snowshoes, for example, and probably other shoes that we didn't end up talking about. But if you look at them, they're designed exactly like a shoe that a child would wear, like a human child, as opposed to a doll child. So they are really nice. Looking at them, I'm going to try them on an American Girl after, because these are very long and narrow, so the look just may be different. However, if you're wondering what they feel like, the bottom it feels like suede. I'm sure it's not real suede, and this feels like faux leather. There's a little bit of an elastic here around the rim, and then there's an elastic strap to go over the doll's foot in the middle. And then inside is white and more suede on the bottom, so inside. So I'm just saying that because this doesn't look like something that you'd have to really worry about staining, but it's just one of those things I like to point out whenever possible. And now here's the headband that I really liked. Oh, is it Velcroed? Because that makes it even easier to put on. Maybe not. There's something hard here, so I thought that's what I'm trying to figure out if that's a Velcro or not. But maybe it's just to sit in the doll's, makes it sit better in the back of the doll's head. I'm not sure. But it's white with these pink flowers that that's one of the things that I really liked when I got to see it in person. And again, I think it's a shame that they didn't get to put these on the stock photos. It's really nice. It's stretchy, so yeah, it wouldn't be a Velcro in the middle. But now this sweater, see this as a cardigan can be really cute on its own. The way it buttons up, so there's a side there. I think there are two side buttons, so one on the outside and then one inside. And I'm not saying you would buy this just to mix and match, but knowing that that is there, because you could wear the rest of, again, jumping ahead of myself, you could wear the rest of the pieces. Yeah, so it buttons up here and then again on the inside. You could wear the rest of the pieces together as a ballet practice outfit, and then have a doll wearing this just as an actual sweater. And there are two leotards. So I want to get out the other one here. So is this the back or the front? Maybe you could like turn it around. So I think this is supposed to be the front of the leotard. So as you see, it's a really low neckline, but I'm wondering now if you could wear it backward. Maybe I'll try that and see if it covers up the cloth body a little bit more. I'm not sure how it would go on. I don't know, it's hard to say. Maybe that is the front. I've never been in ballet, so what would I know? Comes with a pair of pink tights. And so that's another thing that if you don't have any tights for your dolls, these would be a good one. And this could be, like, these things could be worn as actual bodysuits. They wouldn't necessarily have to be ballet. I can't tell the front from the back. So I actually think the higher part of the neckline is the front with the ruching there. And that's the way the legs come up and like up here. I guess that would be the front. And then the back would be where it's lower, which, seeing the back, dolls usually have longer hair. That doesn't bother me at all. And then there's this skirt. So didn't even show you a couple layers to it. It's, like a meshy kind of see-through material. I hope it's picking up the detail there. So there are many ways to wear this. You could wear black with so it'd be like, obviously I'm going to show you on the doll, but I'm just trying to say, like, I'm even kind of mapping it out in my head of how I want to try them on the dolls, because this might take a little bit of work. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, is there are a lot of really fun pieces that you don't necessarily have to wear it as a ballet outfit in particular, or you can have the extra pieces on top of it. So the pages that come with it, making an effort, practice makes perfect. So that's the English page, and then on the back it'll tell you what comes with the pieces that should be with the outfit, and that's the same thing for any journal pages that you get. It comes in French and blank, not lined for this one. As I said, I'm going to try the outfit on Maplelea and then American Girl. So let me start with KMF 50. I'm not going to bother naming her because she's not staying this doll. I am still going to use her in my collection, but with the KMF 57 wig and eyes. And I'm hoping that'll differentiate her from my KMF 30, who is a Friends Mold 2 doll. That's what this doll is, with black hair, but it's layered, and brown eyes. But she has very fair skin, and like I said, this doll, I'm not saying she's not a light-skinned doll, but she's has more of a complexion than my KMF 30. Talk about this doll that's not even on screen for you to like try to imagine what I'm talking about, as if that even matters. Did I put these on backwards? So do these have a front? So I guess these do have a front and a back. Oops. Ah, yes. There's a very clear bum pattern on the back of the... So let me show you so that you don't make my silly mistake. And if you ever, try to put Maplelea tights. And I did know this before because I have put Maplelea tights even recently on my dolls. And because I saw them on display in the store, two different brand dolls wearing sort of both variations of the outfit, I think I did prefer how the black looked. Even though when you think about all the pink together, it might seem like it's a bit more of an actual set. But I don't know, I think I liked the offset, the black offset all the pink. All right, the moment of truth. Let's see how much this can cover her neck. These are on the right way, right? I think it is very tight, so I think it might actually continue to pull it down. Maybe I should make sure that this isn't backward. But anyway, let me show you this before I move on to the next step. Just to give you a sense of how much of the cloth body will show, since I know a lot of you feel the same way I do, but then others don't really care if the cloth body shows, like, it exists, so it's just their body. Okay, according to the stock photo in the catalog, the current catalog, it is the higher neck goes forward on both colors, so I guess we're good to continue with this. Next, it'll be the skirt. How was this not the first thing that I put on her? The thing I don't know if I actually do think I'm most excited for the hairband, which is so stupid when there's this whole outfit that most people would probably really love, especially if they're into ballet themselves. Forgive me if I'm not. No, I think I'm going to assume that extra padding that's in the back is to show you the middle. So I'm assuming because of that, this is how it sits. I can't believe I didn't put this on right away. So there you go. That's probably better. I should have, like I said, started there. And in the catalog, they don't wear the cardigan with the black leotard underneath. Let's just see how it looks, because maybe it doesn't go together at all. I take it back, or I've changed my mind. The cardigan is now my favorite part of this outfit. But again, it probably over the black doesn't make a lot of sense, because then you can't see the black, but I'm going to show you anyway. You can have your own opinion. Yeah, you can wear this over pretty much anything. It would just look like a cute cardigan. Why haven't I even tried on the slippers? One thing at a time, right? And when I'm looking at them, they look so much the same that I don't know. You know what? Maybe this one has a little bit more of a there's a little bit of a curve, but I'm not sure if they matter which foot it goes on. That's what I was trying to figure out. Because they're so soft, you may want assistance from something. I love my cuticle pusher for everything to do with her shoes, but you may be better with things like this than I am, or not as nervous, but I do like to have assistance just because these are, I know they're made top quality to make sure that they last and that kids can wear them and everything, but I still, as an adult collector, want to treat everything very delicately, especially if it seems special, like these kind of slippers. How's this going to look on an American Girl foot? However, I do feel like the elastication around the shoe itself does help. It helps you with getting it on and getting it to look nice, sit in place, really pretty. Yeah, the slippers are definitely really cute. Maybe they're my favorite part of the outfit. I'm not going to keep making that joke, but I do really like them. So let me show you now that they're on a Maplelea doll. And obviously, it's going to be a world of difference on an American Girl. But before I show it on American Girl, I'm hoping I can swap out the leotards without taking off the slippers. I don't want to do that again so soon. Yep, no problem getting it over the slippers. But the more I'm thinking about this, and maybe I know nothing about girl fashion, but I just feel like this really could be more so of an outfit. Just put a pair of jeans with it or something. And people wear slippers like this outside. Not that they would be slippers, but they would be shoes. And it's not like my doll is actually going to go walking outside of them. So I think it would actually look really cute, just paired up with something to make it look like more of an outfit instead of a practice outfit. But if you want it for your ballet dolls, I totally understand. I'm just not really that into ballet. The reason I think I would want to make it more of an everyday outfit is because I could justify more so putting in some kind of choker on here or some kind of necklace. I just don't know if you would practice ballet with a necklace on. It seems kind of restricting. And the details on it are so cute that I just think that this might look good with some other kind of skirt or jeans or something like that. I'll think about it if I want to show that after. Be honest. Is it too much pink? I think together this might be too much pink for me. And I don't hate pink like that, but I keep saying the same things over and over again, but it's like I'm just thinking out loud as I'm going through this. So it does really look nice and it's adorable and all that kind of stuff. Love all the details. But in my collection, this will just be great to pair with other things and give it its own flavor. But yeah, let me know what you think now that you've seen our Maplelea doll. And I'm just going to grab one of my American Girls and try them the same way. Wish me luck when it comes to these slippers because I do not want to ruin them. I've put KMF 50 away to make room for Tenny to try on this outfit. And at the time I'm saying, or recording this, I hope that I have enough time, but that by the time I come back with all the other new releases, that I'll have made the customization so that I could show the transformation at the end of this video. Oh, is it just me? Oh, no. I was like, does this cover her body a little bit more? But it doesn't. It looks about the same. You know, it's a really cute fit on her, though. I did not expect it to look this good. You just saw her from the back, so you're like, what are you talking about? The back is really low dipped. But the tights look cute, and here's the black leotard. It doesn't show too much of the body, and again, personal taste. I just like to really show you all these little things so you can decide for yourself. What do I put on next? Oh, you know, I should have put this on. Oh, and I didn't just choose... See, I like that Tenny has these expressive hands, so I do like using this dolls with this body to be dancers, but because she had her hair in a bun because of the way she is in my display, I thought she was perfect to dress in a ballet practice outfit. See? Oh, skirt next, and the cardigan. And I'm not noticing, it doesn't feel like it's any more difficult going on. In some ways, it actually might feel a little bit easier, I think because their limbs are shorter. So there's almost like a little bit of it has less of a trip, less of a distance to go over her torso and things like that. So yeah, I actually really like how it's fitting on her. I was not expecting to like it. Not that I wasn't expecting to like it. I wasn't expecting to like it better. Yeah, this one so far, I think I like better on an American Girl body. That's good to know. There's a skirt. She's dancing. All right, I've got my cuticle pusher. I want you to see this with me. So struggles and all. So, because the thing you have to keep in mind is you have to get this. So the strap has to be, let's see if I can get you to see this. I like to put the Maplelea shoes on American Girls. I like to put them on sideways, if you can see what I'm doing, and then twist it on because of the difference in shape. But this is so different that I just want you to bear with me while I figure it out. Because this is my third Maplelea ballet set. One of them, at the Poetry in Motion, comes with gold metallic slippers, and I regretted putting them on, and this is just for me, you can feel differently. I regretted putting them on my American Girl because I felt like it really it gave creases to the gold metallic material. And this one, I don't know if you could see, but the strap has just completely left her foot. It's inside the shoe. And this didn't happen with Maplelea, so I'm just letting you know the little things that I'm going through, the differences I'm noticing. And I'm telling you, if you dress your dolls, get one of these, unless you have something similar or better. Oh, you know what? This doesn't look bad, especially compared to the Poetry in Motion. Oh, and then the other one I have is Prima Ballerina, which I think is also from Brianna's collection. Brianne's collection. Why do I call her? Oh, Brianna Bell. So that one, the Prima Ballerina, fits perfectly. I feel like it looks maybe even a little bit better on American Girl than on Maplelea. So there's one slipper down. I'll get them both on before I show you. Just because this foot's closer, I guess I wasn't going to show you two slippers, but I thought, you know what, this one's closer to you, so you might be able to see it better. So first, getting this strap over her wide duck foot. No offense, Tenny. It's not like you designed your own feet. And then get this up through here. And like I said, hopefully you have some kind of doll shoehorn, let's call it, to help you pull things like this over that wide heel. And keep in mind, I'm sure the clothes, everything that I put on here is less delicate than than it looks like the way I struggle because I'm recording and talking and a little bit distracted. I don't think it's as hard as I sometimes make it out. And if it's for your kids, just help them because you want to make sure that your child isn't frustrated and that everything looks good and stays in good condition. But these look so much better than I was expecting. Really, I thought these were going to look a little bit comical or that they wouldn't go on at all or they would get like a little warped. They look fine. They look like they'll bounce back. I'll bring it up. I just want to get it looking as good as possible so that you're not judging it unfairly. Especially if you want it. Like I want you to know what to expect. you decide and then I'll give my opinion. So I'll just show you how it looks. Can you see the whole shape of the foot? Because sometimes the American Girl dolls can look like they're retaining water. That's what I was going to say. But I don't think it would be a problem on display. And again, your taste, you get to decide. I just want you to see the entire picture before I put her cardigan on. Yeah, it goes on really well. And maybe this would be another one of those times where they're stubbier. They're shorter bodies, not as long, where a cardigan like this might fit more nicely because it may sit lower on the body, and I prefer that kind of look. Yeah, it looks so good that I'm like, oh yeah, this does. I had a doll in mind to wear this. It was a Maplelea doll, but I'm like, I think I might want this to be on American Girl. But you can have your own opinion because I've shown both now once I turn her around. But yeah, this is such a cute cardigan. Yeah, there you go. So head to toe, or toe to head. Looks good, right? The way the cardigan fits. I keep calling it cardigan. I'm sure it's called something else. And that headband, so cute. Maybe not right at the rim of her hair like I've got it on her, but so let me move it back, make it look a little better. There we go. Concept. That's cute, right? There we go. Before I open up the next Black Friday item, I have to ask you to indulge me in something because I want to share an outfit that I recently acquired. It's not a new release. It's actually a really old release that I've talked about a few times in the last couple months because I never thought I would own it. Well, I don't know if I said I never own it. I said I think I'll own it one day. I don't remember what I said. Putting it out in the universe. Regardless, I found it very recently and I'm so excited that even though this doesn't really go with the theme of the video, I want to share it anyway. And when I say it doesn't go with the theme of the video, it's not even the right time of year. I tracked down the Wizardly Witch outfit, which is the first witch outfit or costume that Maplelea made. I don't even know how long ago it was. It was probably like in the late 2000s. And so I want to show you the details and then try it on again, a Maplelea doll and then an American Girl doll, because I'm just so excited that I have it. Oh, I put this on here to protect the broom. So first of all, let me show you the dress itself, because it's got this velveteen velour kind of bodice, and I know it's not going to pick it up on the camera, but that's what it is. And then when you look at the sheer materials, they've got foil printed gold stars and holographic spider webs and spiders. There's this like neon green going around it. There's neon green going here. There's purple. It's so much fun. It's so colorful. And then it's got this purple layer underneath. And I haven't tried on a doll yet, for the record. I've been waiting. I've been sitting on this for a few days going, I want my excitement to come through the camera when I actually sit down and record my reaction to it. It's got this little, so the new Alps and the new costume is called Whimsical Witch, and I feel like this is very whimsical too, but I was going to say, this is the very whimsical hat that comes with it. There's a strap that I don't like to use because then it just looks too like costumey, even though it is a costume. And it's the same kind of materials. It's the gold foil stars on a sheer fabric over probably black felt, because that's what this feels like down here. Like the inside is probably black felt. Comes with indigo, like a purplish, they feel indigo, like a purplish blue stockings. And oh, let me show you. I want to show the shoes last. So anyway, another broom. It doesn't have any. So it's like a black wood. This is painted black wood, I think. Like it feels almost like a really thick pencil. You know what I mean? Like that's what it feels like. And then streamers of like the broom is actual streamers. Nothing. So there's nothing plastic or molded on here. And I talked about that recently, about how American Girl brooms are usually plastic molded plastic, not plastic mold. Ew. But this one is like really detailed and really fun. And then these shoes. So at first when I opened them, like pulled out the box that they came in, for the record, I bought a few items from this person, but this is the only one I'm going to show because it's the only one that I'm excited about everything, but I'm super excited about this. So again, I'm dragging you along with me. Anyway, look at these shoes. So they're kind of similar to the Whimsical Witch. I was going to say Wizardly Witch. I was really fighting myself there. In the sense that they're kind of the same shape, but these ones have this flap that I don't know if there's like a pilgrim buckle. I think they're embroidered on the Whimsical Witch, and they're an extra piece of leather, fake leather that's sewn on here. So these are fake leather, hard bottom. They're just so cute that I have to like show you every little detail. And this flap, I don't know if it's supposed to be worn like this or like this. You know what I'm saying? Because you can wear them like this, but I guess it's supposed to be like this, isn't it? It's just they naturally flap down. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you all that before I start dressing the first doll because I am so excited. You probably know by now how I get. Hopefully this isn't your first video. I'm going to put it on my KMF 69. She's the new East Asian mold doll, which is funny because when I got the Whimsical Witch, yes, Whimsical Witch, I put it on KMF 68, even though this isn't a very East Asian kind of witch. I think it's just the black hair. It always makes me want to go to them. And oh yeah, so if you look at the tags, I didn't tell you that yet this video, I don't think. But on here it says Wizardly Witch KM41. So there you go. Just in case you know, it's at least new enough that it's got a, what do you call it? A garment tag that tells you what it is. And then the fun thing about a Maplelea doll, because of their clasping hands, I'm going to put her hat on in a second, is you can have them clasp hands. I have to look at her when I do it. I don't know. I know it by now, but I still try. And then you can have, should I clasp her hands before or after? So you can make it look like she's riding the broom, and that's the fun thing about Maplelea dolls. And they can also hold the broom too, but I'm just saying that you can make it look kind of like she's actually flying it on a doll stand. Am I being silly? Does it look like that at all? Her hat. And then I'll figure out the broomstick a little bit better. All right, let's see if it looks like she's flying by. I don't think it's going to work. No, it doesn't really, because you can't really see the broom. But anyway, here, let me just show you the actual outfit and stop being a clown. Nice, right? I hope that this isn't just a me thing and that some of you watching can enjoy it. Because I also want to show you how she can hold the broom more properly than the silly thing I'm doing right here, which is probably in her tighter hand. So she can actually, maybe if you feed it through like that, or is it too big? Ooh. Try the other hand. Okay, it's not an exact fit. So I guess it is supposed to, maybe the clasping was better. Whatever, let me know what you think. The only thing is, this perfect outfit, if only there were a perfect American Girl doll I could put it on. One comes to mind. Not only is she already a witch, she's the perfect colors to go with all the neon stuff on here. So as I've been sitting here with this outfit for the last few days, I've been like, I can't wait to see it on her too. She's not gonna be the one who wears it, but I do think I want to have like a witch display now. She already has her perfect witch costume, which is her own outfit. And then I can have two dolls in the Maplelea witch costumes to go with her. And look at the way, I think it's the same. I think the green on here is almost the same color as her skin tone. That is so funny. Because you would think it was a no-brainer that I was going to put this on Elphaba, but I think because Elphaba already has a witch outfit, I was wondering, oh, I should show you how it's going over her hands, because the sleeves don't have a lot of give. What was I saying? Oh, I think because I had it in my head that she already has her own witch outfit, I was like, who am I going to try this on? But it's like, it's just for a video. It's just to show how perfect it is. And this is her widespread hand. Oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. Did you see my eyes bug out in drama? Because I'm really worried about this. So this might be a little tight to get over her thumb. I didn't think of that. Can I squeeze her thumb? Yes, you can squeeze her thumbs. Oh, wow, revelation. This looks so good on her. She's not keeping it though. I swear to you, she's not. I mean, she's, first of all, in her pajamas for Christmas. And second of all, she already has, like I said, the ultimate witch outfit or costume or whatever. In case you want to see it coming together. Cute. Should I take out her hair? No, because she's got her. This is so cute. You know what it almost looks like? This might have been Elphaba as a kid dressing up as a witch. Just like for fun, for Halloween or something. That is amazing, right? But it's not hers. I've already decided it's not hers. Maybe she could wear it at Halloween one year, but mostly this is not hers. But so cute, it should be hers, right? And I will I'm able to make her hold the broom because I have double-sided tape on her hand for her to hold her elixir bottle. So she can hold it, but I don't think she can ride it the same way that a Maplelea doll could. Now, do you understand why I had to show you this and why I was so excited? And now you're excited I showed you too, right? So anyway, this is Elphaba modeling the Wizardly Witch costume by Maplelea. That is such a shame that it's been gone. I'm just looking in the monitor to make sure you're seeing all the holographicness of the spider webs, because they're like rainbow holographic. So just so many nice details in this outfit. How could I not share it with you? And just in case you forgot, this is velvet up here, so it feels really nice if you like that kind of thing, which I do. And now I can finally get back to the actual Black Friday new releases unboxing and open the next doll. The last doll I'm going to open from this batch is KMF 58. He's one of the newest boys, so they came out with 3. I originally wasn't planning to get him because he's so comparable to other dolls that I already have. In fact, I'm going to show you them together after because they're even more comparable than I thought. At least when he's in box, he looks almost identical. So I'm toying with the idea of customizing him eventually too, just a wig swap, nothing drastic. But I think that's all I have to say about him, and just that he was the one I wasn't planning to get, but because of the Black Friday sale, I was able to convince myself to buy him. And I'm always saying, you know, I'm really glad that they keep making boy dolls, but when I show him next to the doll that I think is identical, you're going to think I'm ridiculous. But just know that I tricked myself into thinking he was different, because that's what I do. I already showed this on the starter outfit, the boy starter outfit on KMF 52, but just in case you missed it, or in case I didn't go in on the details because I was so excited about that actual doll, I might not have gone in and talked about it very much, but it's been the same ever since they changed they used to have a striped top as well, like a rainbow striped top, but more yellows and blues than the other colors now. And the new outfit is this orange. It's not a raglan. I guess it is a raglan style. It looks raglan on the back. Yeah, it's kind of raglan. Let's call it a raglan. And then gray track pants, which are very easy to use. You know, mix and match. You can. So I think the most reusable. They have a more reusable outfit than the girls do, just because the girls are so. I actually don't use any of the starter outfits. I don't think but I use the gray track pants and other outfits if I need such an easy thing as gray track pants. And you want to know something? I wasn't originally going to redress him on camera in front of you. I was going to wait until after the video or whatever, but I started undressing him. So too late to turn back now because I still need to compare him to the other dolls. Now that I've got him unboxed and, you know, redressed and everything, he does feel different from KMF 42, but I'm sure when I show you the dolls side by side in a second, you're going to think I have the same doll twice. So anyway, let me just show him up close so you can get a little bit better of a feel, because redressing dolls does change them. I'm not saying he's going to look like a different doll from KMF 42 in a minute. I'm just saying that he may feel different from when he was in his meat outfit. And I'll put his coat and stuff on him in a minute. So anyway, here is KMF 42. So you're just going to think he's the same doll, but with glasses. In fact, let me take off the glasses because of glare and to show you how much these dolls really do look alike. So this one, the one in the hat, KMF 42, he was from the last batch. He's retired now. And then the one beside him is the new doll. And I thought, I had when I bought the KMF 58, the new one, I thought that he would have the deeper skin tone, but he's actually even lighter than KMF 48. So let me look at them side by side. I think their hair is a little bit different in shade of brown. And face on, I mean, the characters in their faces are different. That could change from KMF 42 to KMF 42, not necessarily from the two different numbers. They do feel a lot alike. And yeah, let me bring over the girl version too, because let me put them side by side first. So this is KMF 3. And so I have them as brother and sister because obviously they're so similar. They're basically the same. They're basically a boy-girl version of each other. And so I'm going to bring her forward. Let me bring her forward actually with the new guy, because then I'll talk a little bit more about the molds and everything, or the one mold. So now here, if you want to see, if I were to make them brother and sister, I actually think she does pair better with the first boy I showed you. But now this is Friends one mold. And in case you don't know what that is, when they first did the wave of Maplelea Friends dolls, there were, I think, 8 dolls of this particular face, and they were all girls. And then when they brought back the same face to do, so they were only did girls of this mold in the first wave of Maplelea Friends dolls. And it was probably 3 or 4 waves later that they brought this mold back, but to be boy dolls. So even though it's never been confirmed, it's very obvious that they've decided that it was masculine. And I like it. See, I think she's very pretty, but I can see why it may not feel that way to everyone else. And so now I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say. Oh, so what I was saying is that I'm lucky I can wig swap because, you know, if you missed out on KMF 42, this guy right here, KMF 58 is a good substitute, but you don't need both. They look so similar that even I, looking at them face on in hand, I don't see enough of a difference, which is lucky for me. I'm just going to put these two over here because I do have another doll I can do a wig swap with, and it might make them both unique enough that I can justify having them. It's too late now. I bought them. I opened them up, so clearly I thought it was okay. So I have this Friends Mold 2 boy who is blonde with blue eyes. So I thought if I, trust me, I've been thinking about this as I was waiting to pick them up. I was like, worst case scenario, I can wig swap them because then I would have a blue-eyed doll with brown hair and a blonde hair with blue eyes. And I find that those are rarer of a combination. They always want to do brown, not they, but doll makers always want to do brown hair, like dark hair, dark eyes, rather than, and blonde hair, light eyes or blue eyes. And they very rarely mix it up. So I think it might be, I'm going to sit with them for a couple weeks at least or whatever, and see if I really want to swap them. But I think I'm going to have to because the 42 and 58 are so similar. And I've said that before, that sometimes they bring back certain combinations that, or that they're not the exact same. Like this is probably the closest they've ever done, in my opinion. That usually it's like something similar about it, but this time it's like identical, pretty much identical, right? Tell me if I don't think I'm exaggerating. You don't have to tell me, but tell me what you think. And so I think, I don't know if I'll have this swap done, but by the time I do, like, but before this video is done, before I finish this compilation, but probably, because it's just a wig swap and they're very easy to do on, especially on Maplelea, they're easier to do. So I might have that done before I get back to you. And I'm back. Not because I have more stuff to open, but because I did get the customs done. Not just the two girls I was intending to wig and eye swap with each other, but I also did end up wig swapping those two boys, and it made such a difference, and it was very necessary. And I'm just going to bring them out quickly. I'm kind of rushing through this because it's not really that much to show you. So this is the boy I bought, and I gave him the blonde wig, which in my opinion made him a lot cuter. And I'm not certain this guy is much cuter. I think he's about the same level of cute with the brown hair, but it could be my bias toward him may be just too much, that when I was about that age, 9, 10 years old, this is what I look like. Boring brown hair and boring blue eyes. But I mean, they're nice doll eyes. They're the Brienne blue. So let me bring them closer because I love to do that. And I don't know if it really matters that much to you, but this is, you know what I should do? I should take off the hats, shouldn't I? Yeah, that would make more sense. So here's what he actually looks like with the brown hair and blue eyes, and here's what he looks like with blonde hair and blue eyes. Is it silly? No, I had to show you this because I feel like the story wouldn't be complete. Oh, and one thing about boy doll wigs is they're so much harder to remove than girl wigs. I don't know if it's because there's less hair, so they have, I don't know what it is, but there was so much glue. It took me so long, especially compared to how easy it is to swap girl wigs. Like you just kind of find, maybe since there's more hair to pull on with the girls, but these guys I like needed pliers and tweezers and everything to get inside and get at the hair because they make it really hard. And I might as well show the boy who made me want to wig and eye swap them, or wig swap them in the first place. And these two are now new characters because this boy, when he had the blonde hair, had a sister character in my story, but I have since sacrificed her because her wig and eyes were used for another custom. So she doesn't exist in my collection anymore anyway. So I guess it's kind of fitting that I would do away with who was her brother, but I haven't come up with names because I just got this finished and I wanted to get on here while it's still fresh in my mind before I have anything else to unbox. I guess he should be standing here because these are the ones who look like twins last night. And I also have the two girls to share, so let me get the boys out of here so I can fit them on screen. Now, I want to take a second to hype these two up because they turned out a lot better than I expected. I think my vision for them, I had trouble picturing things, and then things kind of took their own turn as I was putting them together. So the first doll I'm going to bring out is KMF 50 with the 57 eyes and wig, whom I have named Famke. And hopefully you can see, or you can get the reference as to why I named her after a certain actor. And a few notes I should make. One is her wig. So the wig itself, if she looks a little different from my KMF 57 wig, is I boil dipped it so that I could get it straightened out, because the 57 wig has this flip at the end that I didn't want her to have, and I wanted to see if I can get it really straight. And wow, did it straighten really easily. Maybe a little too easily, because I had to like cut this little piece off that it went a little funny, it went a little frayed. So it was a little bit of a lesson on how hot to get the water, or let it cool off a bit before you dip the wig in it, which is good to note because I have a lot more wigs that I want to customize. So now I know that. Another thing I wanted to mention about her is my original intention when I was going to make a witch custom, and I don't remember if I explained I was going to do that when I unboxed them, but I opened the Wizardly Witch outfit, and that was intended to be hers. But guess what happened? Elphaba refuses to give it up, and I don't blame her because she looks so cute in it. And it's okay because Famke looks really cute in this whimsical witch outfit. And I'm having trouble making her hold on to the room, so let's see if I can keep it in when she's suspended in midair. So yeah, hopefully you can see the differences, that she looks like a completely different doll. I worried she would look too much like KMF 30, who is a very fair-skinned doll with black, her hair is blacker than this and it's layered, so it does look different. See, I originally thought my KMF 30 was going to be a witch character wearing the witch costumes or outfits, which is why I named her Willow. I'm sure most of you will know why I would name a witch character Willow, but she was so much fun to dress that I didn't end up wanting her to be a witch. So that's why I'm glad I have Famke here. And if you haven't figured it out, Famke was the actor who was like the head witch from Hansel and Gretel, the Witch Hunters movie. And so that's why I chose that for a witch character. They do look different, right? I feel like they look different. And it could be that they have different working molds. And that's why KMF 30 has a bit of a wider face. But even if they do look similar, they have different purposes in my collection. So I'm totally happy. And I really did need the wig from KMF 50 to make the doll that I'm going to bring out now. I'm making her last so that I can kind of hype her up and leave you in suspense to see how perfect she turned out. And when I say perfect, I actually mean imperfect, but part of her perfection is made up of her flaws, things that I did not want her to have. But anyway, here is Camille. And so just keep in mind, she is the KMF 57 doll, but now customized with the wig and eyes from KMF 50. And a few things I need to say about this. One, I didn't expect I was going to change the wig. I thought I was going to have the side part. But when I accidentally put the wig on in the middle, and it looks so cute, except obviously one side would have been longer than the other side because of the way the part was. So I had to trim it a little bit, which is also good because then the hair got a little bit shorter, which made it even cuter of a bob. And she's wearing an outfit I just got for Leonie called La Vie est Belle, which is French for life is beautiful, which maybe she's life because she's so beautiful. Corny. But anyway, so the green eyes, one thing I noticed while so after doing all these eye swaps and everything, because I made another custom with the same mold a couple weeks ago now, maybe 3 weeks ago. And the eyes I had trouble getting them in because her mold, the eyes are so small, and the plastic, the vinyl they use is so hard that even when it gets you really have to heat it up because it's like the outside of the plastic has to get hot and it takes a lot more heat from the water inside. And then these kind of eyes, so these Maplelea eyes aren't like American Girl eyes because you can't take them apart. So the metal part that pops out and the eye, they're 3 separate pieces, but I can't get them to separate the way I can an American Girl eye. I'm showing you all these things you probably don't care about, but hear me out. This was a pretty grueling process. So the good thing about American Girl eyes is you can take the pieces out. If something comes loose when you're trying to force in an eye, you just start over again, pop everything back into place, and go from there. But these eyes, you can't do that. So there's a little bit more pressure, like mental pressure on the pressure you have to put on the eye, because if you push it too hard, you can pop it out of place. And I say that because it happened with both her eyes. So they can close, you can force them closed and they will stay closed, and then you have to push them open to keep them open, because I think the metal, if you look at the piece here, the metal part, I think it wasn't as durable on the green eyes as the blue eyes I did another doll and the brown eyes here. Either that, or like I said, I was pushing so hard that I warped. So it went from being really round to being kind of flattened the way I pushed the eye into her first socket. And I didn't notice the problem until I went to put it in her second socket, and the same thing happened, but I noticed that I had warped it. So I went to pop it back into like place so that it was round. And then when I popped in her eye, this one, it was so much bigger and rounder than her first eye. So let me bring her back to show you. I've kept it. I think I'm going to, because it kind of looks like she's smiling with like one eye kind of squinted. And it made me realize that any dolls that I have, okay, maybe it's not that noticeable on camera, but it made me realize that any dolls I've had, American Girl, Maplelea, if one eye seems bigger than the other, it has to be because the eye that's put in there, the metal must have been warped in such a way. And I've received American Girl dolls where like one eye is almost closed because it looks like it's like sunken back in the head, and I think it might be because the metal on this part of the eye, I don't know if it's focusing in on it, must have gotten warped. So that was a valuable lesson to learn, because I do plan to do more eye swaps going forward. And that was, it was a little bit upsetting, but then as I got used to the character in her face, I came to like it, because, you know, that's what I'm saying. I say this a lot, that dolls customize themselves. And I'm wondering if I have anything else to say before I just want to bring out KMF 57, of course, to compare them again. You know, I'll bring out all three girls, all three of my KMF 57s. I guess we're still talking about KMF 57s, right? So here's Avery again, and I know I showed her while I was doing the unboxings, but she's changed her outfit again. I change her clothes a lot because she's my little muse, and I just wanted to bring her back to show the difference, or show the versatility of the mold, especially when she has this medium, like a lighter skin tone, and compare her now to both Camille, and then I'll compare her to Callie in a minute. But even though I've already shown her compared to Callie, I just, you know, whenever I can, I'm going to show these dolls because I love this mold so much, and I love how she can look so different. And that's why I'm very glad Maplelea made her in this very versatile skin tone. And just so, you know, you can decide how you like her best, as if like you are obsessed with her as I am. But maybe you are at least kind enough to humor me in these situations. So now when and another thing about, I think I forgot to mention that for Famke, I currently have some, what would you call them, woodland creatures on the way to be her little pals, because I want her to be a good witch, not just because she's wearing pink, but I want her to have some, you know, I want her to be a sort of Mother Nature kind of witch, and a good one. So that's why I am going to bring her back later in the video after her pets arrive, because they're on the way. They'll probably be here tomorrow, but I couldn't wait to check back in and show you how the customs turned out, because like I said, I'm excited because they turned out even better than I expected. So I'll see you in a couple seconds. This unboxing is going to be interesting because it's the first time ever that I will be able to try the outfit on an American Girl doll and a Maplelea doll at the same time and compare them side by side. Yeah, what I mean is I got two of the same outfit, because when the Christmas or the holiday season's over, I'm putting it on, both outfits on these two here, a brother and sister pairing, to go with a little sister pairing will be obvious once I show the outfit, which is called Trailhead Traditions. I'll, as normal, open up just one to show you the details. I mean, I'll open up both eventually, but I'll just show you the details of one, and then I'll show you how it looks on both dolls. Now, this is called a Sherpa vest. I always call it like lambskin. I'm always calling it the wrong thing. So it's really soft, and I guess that's why I always call it like a fake lambskin, because I have jackets that are lined with this kind of thing. And so what should I show you about the details? There's a zipper, and I think the lining feels kind of like a faux suede-ish. It's soft, but not the same kind of soft that the fleecy or Sherpa vest is. And then there's a golden maple leaf embroidered over one side of the chest. It comes with this plaid shirt, which of course I love. I feel like I have about 6 of these now, because there are quite a few Maplelea outfits, and I even have an American Girl version of this kind of shirt that come with this kind of shirt. And they're snap buttons. Don't think there's anything else too distinctive. Feels like flannelette, so like a soft flannel. I feel like it's different. At least what I remember from the outfits or the flannel shirts of the past. And it also comes with a pair of jeans, which again is not a first for my Maple Leaf outfits. Oh, so I guess this is the standard now to do these maple leaf embroidered back pockets, which is nice. It's a nice little detail. And Velcro here at the front. So the pockets are functional in the sense that you could stick your fingers in there, and I guess something else too, but the dolls are imposable enough that you could use them dynamically with the actual dolls. And then the journal pages that come with it will be French, English, and blank. Blank, not lined, blank. Trails of Canada's Great Outdoors. I'll just show you a little close-up of it rather than go into all the details. Let you pause it if you really want to see that. And also, because I'm trying to get in the habit of pointing out the fact that the journal page on the back also tells you everything that comes with it. And again, if you wanted to pause it, this is your moment before I start dressing the dolls. Because I don't need to, I just wanted to have them on screen so you could see who's who and that both these outfits are going on them eventually. But I'm going to put for the American Girl doll, it's going to be a boy doll, so I can put him away. Hopefully that didn't sound as rude as it felt, saying it like, oh, you're dismissed, no longer needed. But now that he's gone, back in my display, he's not gone. I can dress both these dolls in the same outfit. And I think because it's the only time I've been able to do this and probably will be able to do this, there aren't many times I would buy more than one outfit. I will dress them in one garment at a time so you can see the difference of each garment. Okay, I was trying to see if I can get away with not unbuttoning the sleeves for her narrower hands, but for that one, I had to. This one I might not though, because this is the hand that's squeezed more tightly. Yes, I knew it. Oh, this one was already open. That's weird. I didn't tamper with anything. It's just how funny that the doll was the outfit I was going to put on the American Girl body was already like prepared. So the sleeve itself feels tighter. Well, I mean, it is tighter on him because he's got a thicker arm, but I just mean like noticeably tighter. Maybe it's only because I'm dressing them literally at the same time that I'm going to be able to scrutinize way more than normal. And this is their, oh no, I thought it was going to be really tight to do up because sometimes it can be. This is the thicker wrist, I think, but no, it was no problem. Oh, yeah, it looks so different, but so cute in different ways on both of them. So I can already show you how the shirts fit differently. I think I expected it to look tighter on him, on his body, but no, it looks baggy, like nice. I like baggy clothes, so I think it looks cute. So the shirt, if I can get her held properly, you know, just to show you every little thing, because it's the only time I'm able to do it. This is me showing off. And the jeans. These are, I mean, they're not too tight, but they're definitely tighter on him than on her. And her brother when he gets them in the new year, once the holidays are over. But of course, once you get it on, everything looks fine. I just thought maybe they would be a bit more high-waisted on him. I guess they're about the same on both of them. I've never been able to do this before. Did you know that? I haven't mentioned that yet. So let's look at their jeans side by side. See which one you prefer, because as usual, everything comes down to, oh, you know, I don't know if it's the same in person, but I see a little bit of a different wash. He has a bit of a lighter wash on his jeans. It's more noticeable on camera, definitely, than looking straight on. I wouldn't even know that they were different. And then the last detail of the actual outfit before I put their other accessories on is the Sherpa vest. Oh, the pockets on here are real as well. So, you know, if you had stuff you wanted to put in their pockets, let's say, rather than putting their actual hands or something in there. I don't feel a difference going on him, and it's because it has no sleeves or anything like that, so it should be that way. And it is so cute. I mean, I know I have another outfit for him. I'm changing him in very, like right after this, I'm recording another video, so he's not keeping this outfit, which is a shame really, because he looks really cute. She does too. It's just I knew she would look cute because I've seen this outfit at the store, the Maplelea store, for a very long time. I've been anticipating it for a very long time. And so I'm hoping this is that you got a little bit of a taste there of what it looks like, because now I can put their boots on. So these are the boots that her brother will wear when the time comes. So might as well let you see, because these are my favorite boots that Maplelea has ever made. Just don't ask me what they're called, because once I open it, once I say the name once, once I'm done reading the label on the back, on the underside of the box, that's pretty much it for me. River Crossing, are they called River Crossing, something like that? No. Red River boots, maybe. It's got river in it, I think. I'm not 100% confident. But anyway, this is what her brother will wear with the snowshoes. But I'm going to let her wear a pair of snowshoes just because she's, you know, it's like I'm really excited to see her very, very complete. Just because I can now. So I have this hat here. This is a part of, let me see what the set's called. I think it's a retired set. It was called the Northern Spirit. So it came with the toque that says Canada on the side, and then these kind of designs here. And I don't know if these came with it. They don't have a tag, but I think they came with it. It doesn't really matter. Just know that when I put this all together, it makes a very specific outfit, the one I've been talking about. And most of you probably already know what it is. In fact, I'm going to pair it with the buckskin boots. You already caught on a long time ago, right? If you haven't yet, then you just don't know, and it's not your fault. It's something you've never heard of, and that's why you haven't gotten there. But let's see how these tie up over the jeans. Because the jeans on her, they're not as skin tight as they are on him. But, you know, they do leave a good amount of room to tie up her boots. Where's the other one? Right here. I'm quite certain I haven't talked about these boots in a while, the buckskin boots. I guess are the one thing I can remember the name of. but I can't recommend them enough. They are great. And I have displayed them on American Girl dolls before, so I know they fit just fine. But of course, they were made for a maple leaf foot. So whenever I put them on a maple leaf doll, I just, now that I've adjusted to both feet types, more so maple leaf than American Girl at this point, I do tend to have a preference for the way they look on the maple leaf dolls. I believe the first batch of snowshoes sold out, but they've since restocked. So that means the first rush order was sold, but in the meantime, the regular order has come back in. So that's good to know because I really love these and I bought 2 pairs, but I'm not going to show both of them right now because it's not really all that necessary. But what is necessary, for those of you who have to figure out who I'm talking about, I'm going to introduce, well, not introduce, I'm going to bring back her little sister. Some people call her Autumn, some people call her Dawn. And like, look. So this is Autumn Dawn is a ruby red doll, special edition or limited edition ruby red doll that Catherine Morton, I've already talked about it, I'm sure, in this video, but it's been so many segments, I don't know anymore. Just in case, creator, president, owner of Maplelea, she designed this doll for Ruby Red a few years ago now, maybe 3 or 4. And I have forgotten to ask her, but there was supposed to be another one for 2025 to come out, but it's December now, so I guess it's not coming out for 2025 anymore. But when it comes, I'm sure I'll want it just because even if I don't collect Ruby Red anymore one day, but I do collect Maplelea, she still feels like a Maplelea doll, especially when you compare the details of this outfit. It's amazing. It's even more, especially the top part of it and the boots. But the jeans are different. So the jeans on the Ruby Red are much more detailed. If they were a darker wash, they would probably look a bit more like the Canadian tuxedo. But at least the maple leaf embroidery on the back pocket has become a standard now. So it looks like a perfectly shrunken down, like 14-inch scale, like even more than I expected. But I do think there's a little bit more quality. Yeah, like if I'm feeling the trim around here, this feels more like an actual suede. I don't think it's real suede, but I'm saying, when there's something fake suede, the buckskin boots on her, on Autumn, are very soft. Yeah, but you know what? These feel more like real suede. I really doubt they're real suede. So these are softer, and Ruby Red has since made other dolls with, I think, white versions of these boots. So a few dolls have come out with white versions of these boots. And so the hat, the toque, is more not detailed, it's differently detailed, not more detailed on the Maple Leaf doll. So it's got trees around it instead of this saying Canada on the side, and then having, I guess, something that could look like mountains or trees, but it's just similar but different. Maybe the snowshoes weren't a great idea, but they keep her standing. Like they keep her standing upright like a doll stand. Oh, and another detail obviously is the hair accessory that Maplelea hasn't made for their 18-inch dolls yet. Who knows? Maybe they will. So now, I'm not going to put a brother in it because, like I said, they're not even going to wear this. The brother and sister aren't even going to wear this until the new year. And I think that's good. I bring him back just in case anybody's curious about this for the American Girl doll specifically. Here's how it looks on a boy, but if I cover his head, could be any American Girl doll, right? So yes, I think I'm almost done. I only have one, as far as I know, I only have one more pickup left. Oh, I remembered what else I wanted to show. You remember FamK, right? You should, because it was only 5 minutes ago for you. It was a lot long, well, quite a while ago for me. So that's why I feel like she may not be fresh on your mind. But I mentioned at one point when I was sharing her, that I had a couple woodland critters or creatures on the way for her. And what they are is, Taryn has this 3-pack of animals called Wildlife Set, and I tracked down 2 of them. One of them is the biggest, scale-wise, the biggest fox you've ever seen. And I'm always so surprised at how big their animals are when I get them. And I don't know if it's because I expect them to be, I don't know, in scale to an adult or something, but I feel like even for a child, I don't know if a red fox would come up to a child's waist. So that's why I luckily have these in my head as her being a witch, her pet or friends, because maybe she's put some spell on them to be bigger. But there's another one that I'll show in a second. But I just want to explain that he also has the plastic skeleton. It's an old set, by the way, retired. And so I think you can't hear his joints. They're not as tight as they used to be, let's say. For example, the part of his tail, I don't know if you're able to tell, but it's like snapped off, and I just need to feel my way around and pop it back in place, and then then I can use it at for posing. And he's cute. He sits down really well, and I've had him for a couple days by the time I'm recording this, but I'm just letting you know that I've had some time to get to know him, and he is a lot of fun and really posable. And I also have the skunk from the set. I think I brought him close up, right? So here they are. So these, it came with a fox, a skunk, and a deer. The deer is a bit bigger than the fox, so it must be like a baby deer. If it's the size of this, I'm not sure. Maybe the scale is just all over the place and doesn't really matter. So the skunk has a bit of a skeleton, a plastic skeleton in here, like goes through the head up to the tail. So the tail you can click into place and it just kind of sits however you mold it. And I mentioned recently I did a Charlesy spotlight, and I mentioned that I'm on a soft mission to get as many of the animals as I can. So it was nice to check these two off my list. Just the deer, and then the set is complete, and whatever other animals I come across on my Maplelea journey. Now I've said everything I need to say for this little section, and then when I have my final pickup, I'll be back with that stuff. So see you in a second. Well, I'm back again, but not because I picked up my last order from Maplelea. It's because I just got back from Montreal, and there was this wild coincidence of a lot that I got to pick up while I was there. This isn't the box it was in. I've just put it in here to make it just display nicer while I'm going through everything. But it did include a doll, not the one beside me. She's the one you saw, I don't know, a couple hours ago in the beginning of this video. But this doll, the one that I picked up, is not in as great condition as my Leonie here. To be honest, I didn't worry about the doll at all. The fact in the pictures was like, oh, so that kid really liked taking Leonie into a sandbox and play with her because she looked so dirty. Her hair was so disheveled. And I've cleaned up everything a little bit because I originally was going to show you everything as is and then kind of clean it up as I went. But I was like, no, I'm too embarrassed. I'm too embarrassed for the doll. And it was obviously a kid's doll and collection. I finally have her complete starter outfit, and then maybe 4 outfits and an accessory pack. I think I've talked enough. I don't know why I wanted to say all this before I even started showing everything. Maybe it was to to settle you into not expect much of the doll, even though I have cleaned her up and I am still excited about her. The resemblance is uncanny, right? Uncanny is a word that I would use to describe this doll. The truth is, I actually like the way she looks, maybe not next to a good Leonie, but I like how her eyes have faded to that weird yellow. And this is after much brushing and spritzing and trying to get her hair to relax a little bit because she was probably dirty from being in a mailbox, in a toy box or in a basement or something, because she has that basementy smell. But she's not, she wasn't really covered in dirt. It just, when I saw those pictures, and even when I pulled up and I looked at the doll, I was like, oh yeah, she's gonna need some work. Or I don't know, I could even take her to the spa. I finally have a spa doll, and then I would get the bathrobe and the slippers and the journal pages. But again, I might experiment with her and whatever. It's not even that big of a deal. I'm just glad to have her, and I finally have her boots. Third time's a charm. This is my third Leonie doll, and now I finally have her full starter outfit. So I do want to bring her forward just to show you the difference between an old Leonie doll. This is a 15-year-old Leonie doll because it says on the back of her head that she's 2010, and then the third batch, so the number on the back of her neck is 2010 and then 3. She's not so bad up close. She looks really scary next to a good Leonie. But I think she has some character, some charm. I'm laughing because her eyes, they look so nice in person. I'm looking on the monitor and I think she looks like she's coming to get you, or at least your soul. But I wasn't kidding when I said the doll didn't matter. I was glad to have her meet outfit complete and the outfits that are in here. So you know what? I'm going to take her off the screen in case she's scaring anybody out there. I promise she looks better in person. Or maybe she doesn't look that bad on screen, but still compared to in person, she looks kind of scary. Besides that, I do want to show her outfits on 2 dolls, on an American Girl doll and a Maplelea doll. Let me show you now the outfits that came with. I'm going to start with the outfit that I already have. It's called Pop Star Plaid. And so this is the one that I had already, but now I have it complete because the one I have is missing the tights that were supposed to come with it. And in case, I don't think I ever did an unboxing of this outfit. I've just shown it quite a few times in the background. It's a plaid skirt, this short sleeve bomber jacket. Oh, and for the record, or just so you're aware, this is the outfit the doll was wearing before I took her and tried to clean her up a little bit. And her whole body is stained black. And that could be because, so this is the short sleeve, like a spandexy shirt. And then these tights, which I thought were just gonna be like the other spandexy tights, but they're more like cut off tights because they've got like a lacy thing going on the waist and more of an elastic down here. So it's not what I expected. And then this plaid tie that is worn loosely around the neck, a la Avril Lavigne more than an actual business tie. And then another outfit that wasn't really on my wish list because I have a lot of pajamas, but the fact that it was included, and did I say it was $75 for the doll and all these outfits? I don't think I did. 75 Canadian, which is probably like what, 55 USD. So it was that's why I said I didn't worry about the doll, what condition she was in, because the last outfit I'm going to show you, I'm hyping it up, even though you probably never even heard of this outfit. So these are the night, I think they're called you know what? Everything is written on the labels. The Nightingale nightwear. So it was the crop, or what do you call them? Capri pants and the top, and it came with a pair of slippers. So this was complete. Oh, and it also had the journal. And I want to talk about that a little bit after, so let me pull that out before I forget, because something really special was involved in that as well. And you know what? Let me start now. Another fur jacket. I'm going to now dress the two dolls to show you how both these outfits will look. So I'll do what I've been doing. So I'll start with one on American Girl, one on a Maplelea, and then switch. And just to keep things quick, I'm choosing one of each doll. I'm going to choose my daughter Avery to be the Maplelea doll. and I decided, you know what? I haven't shown this doll as is. So this is Vicky. This is a doll that I originally had put up for sale. She was Truly Me 79. I'd called her Mary Jane. And then I tried to sell her because I was just trying to size down whatever I could. And no one wanted this poor girl. So I was like, you know what? I need to make myself fall in love with her again. And I gave her new eyes, my favorite eyes, because if I ever want to make myself love a doll more, just put the light brown decal eyes. And it worked. I love her. And now she's Vicky. And luckily she was a neck string doll already, so it wasn't that much to make her over. But obviously these dolls they can't try on clothes if they're already wearing these outfits. So let me just get them dressed and I'll show you the outcome. And you know, even though I already had Pop Star Plaid, if that's what it's called, I think that's what it's called, I don't remember ever putting on an American Girl doll, especially now that I'm seeing it on Vicky here. It looks really cute, and I feel like I'd remember if I had put it on an American Girl now. But like I said, I think the only time I ever showed it was in my Leonie Spotlight. And I forgot to mention that the lot also included Leonie Celebration shoes, which are down here. I already have those though. They may be a little bit different because these are like an older version, but it's pretty much the same shoe. And it can be paired with a lot of things, especially this outfit. So there you go. In case you were curious about Popstar Plaid, this really old outfit that it's like no one's even thinking about it. And same thing with the pajama set over here. This is how it looks on Maplelea. So as you can see, the slippers on the length of the foot. And because I had to spend so much time cleaning up Leonie, I didn't have a chance to spot clean or steam these clothes, and some of them really could have used it, but oh well. Let's show you Popstar Plaid up close on Maplelea. And like I said, she's gonna have to wear this sometime, so it's definitely getting a vinegar soak. Oh, you know what? I think the Stargazer hat would look really good with this. Yep, that's very Avery, which I could say about any outfit because I put her in literally everything. And I feel like these pants, the capris or whatever, they got baggier on American Girl, which is so bizarre because their bodies are chubbier. And please try to ignore the wrinkles. It was either this or show you a really sandbox stained Leonie doll, which I did not want to do. Now let me go back into the box over here to show you. I'm going to show you let me just show the accessory sets really quickly because I can show them easily. So this is also so everything in here is Leonie's collection. And I just want to make sure I'm saying this is the right thing. This is called her Carnival Cozy, so KL22. And it's a white fur coat, and it's lined this time. You know, let me unzip it. Do this properly. So it's a fully lined fur coat, and it's retired. So I'm just all I can do is show you in case you ever come across it. Are the pockets functional? Oh yeah, and there are pockets here that you can actually put stuff in, like a peanut maybe. And it also comes with these boots, which are soft, like a faux suede soft. And so this is before they came up with the sort of trademark maple leaf soles. I don't know why I'm shouting all this around Avery. But I don't know if the cameras are going to pick up how nice and soft, like suede these are, but I don't know if you can hear that. And so they're all white, so I don't have to worry about staining with these. And I think that's all I need to say. You could wear this with anything. I think it could be paired over her. It could go over her meat outfit, so I'm just going to put it over what these dolls are wearing. I think that's all. Oh, you know what else I'm going to show? It also had included her under things set. So it's my favorite underwear. Sounds so stupid, but because of the red checkers, I really like that for Leon. I like um, makes Leonie's under things set my favorite, and it's got the tank top, which is just white with red stitching, and there's a pair of, yes, these very sheer, almost shiny, I don't know if you could tell from there, leggings or tights, sorry. So yeah, they all say KL12 under things. I don't need to show you everything. I'll show you this with the final outfit, but I don't need to show you underwear. I just want to talk about it. And now let me put these on, the $2. Just show you how they fit. Yeah, that's kind of cute. The thing with I like to point out anything that may be funny, but the sleeves fit a little long just because of the limb difference. But I'm sure any of you who've made it this far know that by now. These are really, I mean, the boots like this are always a good fit, so I don't know why I feel so surprised or pleasantly. What was that? Are you serious? They Velcro up. I thought I had to untie them and tie them back up, but that's pretty brilliant. At first, I thought that was a seam ripping. I don't know if the mic picked it up, but it was scary. Oh, one of the stars is missing. I think there's supposed to be a star. Anyway, I'll show you the back in a second because it looks like there's a star sticker supposed to be, or maybe it got onto this boot from something else because I don't see there's a star here and it's really stuck. It's not like, I don't know, I feel like it would leave a little indent, but it doesn't matter. It's, you know what, I can feel something. So there is a little piece of glue. That's no big deal. Like I didn't even know that star was a thing until I just noticed this right now. And now let's see how these go on the body they were basically built for. I'm using the Velcro now that I know it exists. You know what, this is cute. She could almost wear this as an outfit. She's not going to though, because the outfit I'm putting on her last is the one she's supposed to wear next. I haven't even shown you. I'm so rude. Okay, the boots look a little bit big on her. They looked like they fit Vicky a little bit better than Avery. But as you can see, the sleeves look nicer on her. Oh, I shouldn't say that. They do in my opinion. I like how they look better on her. And I'm not just saying that so she can have the jacket, because she can have whatever she wants. And now the last two outfits. One has been on my wish list for a long time in that I've come close to getting it a couple times and just it evaded me for whatever reason. And now I know what that reason was. It was to get it all in this lot anyway. It's called the crochet coordinates, and it's got this striped shirt that goes underneath the bolero. Would this be a bolero? Cardigan? Maybe it's a cardigan. Which isn't crocheted. Oh, I guess it's got the little, it's got a crocheted flower, or two crocheted flowers right here. So you can see there. And then it's got this skirt here, which is kind of khaki. I guess it's a khaki skirt, khaki color. You can see that. And it comes with orange tights, right? These are tights. And the shoes, it didn't come with shoes. It's one of those outfits that doesn't have shoes. So I think you compare it with this. And then, so this last outfit, it's not going to mean anything to most of you, but I can't believe I now have Leonie's special occasion outfit. So I'm pulling out the wrong piece first, but it's got this sheer bolero that goes over this white dress right here. So like as you can see, it's just fancy. It's even though it's so old and was kept in storage, it's bright white. There's nothing off about the color of it. It's got this beautiful little satin bag that has a like a drawstring pouch bag. And then there's this veil. So it's a hair clip that's a bow and has a removable veil. But I've tried looking at it to see if I can figure out how to remove the veil, and I can't. So I'm not going to bother. And it comes with a pair of white underwear. What's the word for underwear? And these shoes that I was thinking about maybe taking a little bit of bleach, like a cleaning solution with bleach in it and a paintbrush, just because there's a little bit of yellowing at the toes because they're fabric. You probably can't tell from there. They're kind of a satiny kind of fabric shoe. And it's missing, the only thing that's missing from it are the socks. So I can wear it with these shimmery, shiny tights that came with her under things. And I didn't even know it came with socks, but I figured it out. Do you want to know why? Because in her, the journal that was included with the lot, she also had kept all the journal pages, like in the plastics, not even open. A couple of them have been opened, and as most of you will know by now, yeah, I said celebration shoes. that they will tell you on the pages what comes with it. So I was able to verify everything is complete. The only thing missing from everything that was included is a pair of, what do they call it, like ruffle socks or something, ruffly socks. So that's all. Maybe some like ankly socks, it doesn't even matter. I have these tights that are included with their under things. I have all the journal pages, and I've been collecting the journal pages, so that's that's exciting too. And I won't show you all the journal pages because that's too much, because there are quite a few things in this lot, as you already saw, but like even for the under things and everything like that. So I'm just going to now try this on her first because I want her to wear this after, but maybe not, because I might want to soak everything before I put them on any of the dolls permanently. But anyway, so let me just do it this way and then switch. I just knew this would be so striking against her medium skin tone and her black hair. So this is definitely an Avery outfit, but I'm of course going to try it on my American Girl doll too. And I don't know, maybe I don't know how to put on stockings, but this might have looked a little bit better with socks after all. I will try to figure out how to get these to sit more flush against her legs. Man, if I didn't point it out, you probably wouldn't have cared so much. But isn't it nice? So I don't know if I made it clear. It's like a sheer layer over this satiny silk down here, and then there's a sheer bolero. She's holding on her little drawstring bag, and I've already mentioned that I haven't had a chance to steam anything, and this could really use a good steaming, especially this veil, but I have it now, so that's all that matters. Nice, huh? What a nice outfit. And then this crochet, what do I call it, crochet coordinates. The stockings don't fit as nicely as I hoped. The heel, the heel part of the sock is way up there. Not, I guess it doesn't matter once it's on the doll. And you can put it with boots or something too, I guess, if that bothers you. But it is a very cute outfit, and I should have finished off with it the other way around, because now I want Avery to wear that for a while. But let me just swap them back, or swap them, and then you can decide for yourself who wears it better. For the crochet coordinates, the first thing I want to point out is the fact that it has really long sleeves, which makes it look nice on both dolls. I love when it hits a little low on the Maplelea body, because sometimes the shirts can sit up a bit, like a little bit high for me, for my personal taste. And this one is a good one. And I can't blame the size of her feet on the shape of the stockings, because the heel comes up on the back of her too. So these might have just been stretched out over time, because I've said already that this lot is like 15 years old. So these might not be the best shoes for my outfit. But other than that, everything else looks good. And this looks a lot better on American Girl body than I expected. A lot, especially when it comes down to the shoes and so as you can see right here, because her ankle is thicker, there's no problem with it sitting flush against her foot. And I was worried that these would look too long like boats, but they don't. They're a really good fit. I don't know if if everything like this will sit the way you prefer, but I like both. I'm obviously going to put this on Avery because she's my muse. And because I have more to, like, I have one more pickup from Maplelea, I'm definitely going to steam this outfit before that. So when at the end of, I'm just letting you know ahead of time that you will get to see this steam, because I'm going to steam this, put it back on her, so that after I open up the rest of what's coming in this video, I can at least show this in, the way it's supposed to look. So yeah, I'll be back with one more pickup. There are quite a few things in it. So, I mean, you already know how long it is by the time you clicked on here, and I'm definitely going to steam this so you can see it in its best light. Here we are at last, the final order pickup, the final segment or batch of stuff that I have to show you. And there's really not that much, so I don't want to say that it's going to be quick, because it never is with me. But it's just some pajama sets and other pieces that shouldn't take too long, because I don't have to do too much doll stuff with them. So let me show you the new pajama set for this Christmas first. And I think because it just arrived when I got there, or yesterday, it just arrived recently before I got there. I don't know if it's going to ship in a box or just in one of these bags, because this is my first time getting a set of pajamas in the bag. And these ones are called Polar Plaid PJs. So these are the ones for 2025, the new ones. I don't know if they come out with a new set every year, but these are definitely new this year. And they kind of look like they were supposed to be in a box, just the way they're all folded up and everything. So I'll quickly show you the journal pages. I feel like it's been a while because of what I was showing before this segment here. And so here are they're sort of like well, not sort of, they're a plaid, and they are a perfect match for this shirt here. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Oh, it's right here. I was looking for the branding. So just a polar bear, which will go with the white polar bear slippers that are currently out of stock, but I'm sure they will be back soon. And even though I said it matches these polar bear slippers perfectly, I'm actually going to try it on with the black bear slippers just because those came out today. Or not came out today, but I just picked those up today, and so they're the new ones. Just before I quickly show you the pages, and then show you the slippers. And then I can compare them to the polar bear ones, which are obviously beside me. I don't think I think these are my first slippers that have a ribbon pulley on the back. And these guys have freckles, although I'm sure that's what I'm talking about. You see that there? They feel quite different. These feel thinner, softer. Like these feel more. I don't know why. I guess it's just the plush that they use on this is a little bit thicker. So they feel. Oh, these have a little. They're cute. These have embroidered features, and these have little button features, like plastic button features. I hope you can see the difference. So yeah, these are actually, and I actually like these a little bit better. But like I said, these are going to go with these in the end. I'm just going to show you everything together right now. First on American Girl doll, and then the Maplelea doll that I bought this set for. Logan was already wearing a pair of Maplelea pajamas, so it wasn't much of a stretch to have him wear these, even though it's probably not going to be much of a surprise how it looks, because I'm sure their being pajamas are just going to look pretty much the exact same as the last pair did, or set did, fit-wise. I even lied about these looking the exact same as the last pajamas he had on. These feel baggier, which to me makes them cuter, but I just noticed that the ones he was wearing fit a little slimmer on his legs. And if you're like me, you will actually like how this looks on him, or American Girl, it doesn't have to necessarily be him. Let's see how the black bear slippers fit him before because the polar bear slippers are here, I might as well just show you, right? Because that's what's going to be worn with it anyway. They went on no problem, thanks to the little ribbon pulley in the back. And they don't look too bad. I mean, of course, the white ones are going to look better just because that's what's pictured. But such cute slippers, very detailed, very soft. And I like the little plastic eyes and nose. But that's not to say there's anything wrong with the embroidered features of the polar bear slippers that, if you look on the website, might say when they're coming back, if you really wanted these to, oh, you know what? I never noticed how necessary a ribbon like that was. But I was saying that it may indicate on the website when these are coming back. It often does. I just noticed when I was about to record this that they were sold out, but then I didn't think to look into if they were coming back soon or not. Okay, yeah, there's no denying that this looks better. It's a better match. So here, I'm about to show you all the same thing on the doll who's going to be wearing this set, Trace, but because it's just pajamas, I don't think you need to see me actually putting them on him. Yeah, I definitely like how these fit a little bit baggier, and I did put Logan's pajamas back on so I can show you that they're not this baggy, if you're curious about how they look. I mean, they're just slippers. They're going to look the same regardless. But I hope you can see what I mean by these are cuter, baggier fit, and the sleeves are really long, so they come down where I like, and I already talked about that. And I've dented his do a little bit. He had a hat on, but just know that he is one of my, I'm going to say one of my favorite customs, but all of my customs are one of my favorite customs, so that's a stupid thing to say, period. Let me show you next to Logan, and so you can see if I was, oh man, he stands really well in those slippers. If you can see what I mean about I think they used to fit a little bit tighter. If these feel tighter than these ones did on him. But both are cute in their own way. Like neither one of them looks too small or too big. I just, it depends on your fit, but I like them both. So I'm not saying that you have to choose one or the other. I wasn't intentionally saving the best for last. And this isn't the most exciting piece for me personally, per se, because of KMF 57. But I know that this was the piece that a lot of people were really looking forward to. The first batch sold out almost immediately. I guess a lot of people got on the waiting list. And even though I haven't said it, I hope it's obvious that these are Charles's chickens. And you can hear that there's a lot of wooden pieces in there. I want to show you the box because it's a unique box. Nothing else I've ever gotten from Maplelea looked like this. And it doesn't even say anywhere that I can see. There's usually a sticker that'll indicate what's inside. But I wonder if they had to special order a box. You know what? They must have, because it's the new box with the maple leaves going across it. And all right, let's watch me figure this. There we go. Figure this out. So inside, I hope you can see some of it. I'm doing a terrible job here. So these are, and I talked about this in Charles's deep dive, that her chickens are named after the longest rivers in BC, British Columbia, or is it Canada? I think it's in British Columbia. It'll probably say it in the journal pages. But it's like somebody, oh, I showed you the box upside down, so you couldn't even read their names. But anyway, their names are Fraser, Skeena, and Columbia. It's a good thing I was there to read it for you, right? As if you wouldn't have done a better job yourself. So the pieces inside, it feels like actual wood, not MDF. So this is going to be a little bit tricky to handle. I want to go into the journal pages just to see if there's anything I messed up or didn't say right, messed up. So this time it's a booklet, kind of like her kayak, Charles's kayak. It'll have the booklet in French, it's like an actual booklet. In English, of course. My River Girls. Oh, so, yeah, I guess I've already said that it's the longest rivers. Luckily, it's one of the first things that is confirmed, that she named them after the longest rivers in BC after working on a map. She noticed that. So there you go. I mean, that's what I remembered, but I wouldn't go by my memory. And so it's going to be a very detailed journal booklet, a little journal booklet, just like like I said, like her kayak one. And I won't show you everything. I just wanted to show you the difference, that when you get a playset journal, it's just different. And even the blank one has what comes with the set, which I should be showing you. So let me show you. Like I said, this feels like real wood. It doesn't feel like, yeah, this is definitely wood. It's not MDF. And then there are 3 chickens in here. Oh, they're so cute because they're really hefty. They're bean filled to about here. So just their necks and their heads are plush. But because of that, they feel weighted. They almost feel like I have held a real, not a real chicken. And they do feel kind of like this, not as warm, but the weight of it, that's really cute. And each chicken, or chick, or are these really chickens? I guess they're adult chickens, judging by the size of the book. But they feel like actual chicks, and they're each very unique looking, so you wouldn't mix up. I don't know who's who. I don't know if it matters. I hope I'm showing you all. I'm too excited that I'm not really letting you really see anything, I don't think. So the white one, brown one, and a beige one, right? Whoa, that's maybe too much. Like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure I said earlier that I do too much. And what's in here? Well, I'm not going to open let's see what they call it, the nest. What do they call it? Nesting straw. That makes sense. I'm not going to open that, make a mess on camera, but just showing you that it's in there. And then it comes with, egg trays. There are 2 of these egg trays. So these are also made of wood. And then they have the indents for half a dozen eggs. It says Maplelea on what is it, etched? Yeah, so it's etched in there. The logo. And there's the basket that Charlesy would be able to hold, but I'm just going to have Trace hold it just to show you that it fits in the tighter hand, because Charlesy is up behind me and she's wearing her winter clothes anyway. Okay, you know what? My intrusive thoughts are going to win every time. I don't know why I thought I wasn't going to set it all up and then show you. And I'm just going to put it up into my little maple leaf farm after anyway, so why not just set it up now, show you how it's supposed to look. And I'm assuming these handles they're handles on the side for kids to walk around with, and then show you how cute the set is. So I haven't put all the nesting straw in there. I just wanted to put enough so that you could see it. And I consulted with the journal pages. They are sitting in the right order, so they're sitting in there by their namesake. And I don't think you're supposed to separate them by color. Maybe it looks kind of weird that I did, but I put the brown eggs in this tray, the 4 that were left over, 3 in here, 3 white ones in here, the 3 white eggs in here. I always say I'm doing too much because I'm always doing too much. And then I just put 1 of each in the cups, just in case you want to see what they look like. Getting a little nervous, but bringing everything so close. There's some shiny, shiny eggs. They almost look like little chocolates. Like I want to eat them, but they're not food. So, oops, you know what? I don't think it needs to come with a warning that these aren't actually little chocolates. Little Easter-looking chocolates. And then here's Charlesy, because it's hers. So she, by rights, should be the one showing you her basket with some nesting straw and some eggs, even though she's not wearing her bloomin' overall set, which I think is ideal for showing you with her chickens. But this is better than nothing, right? When last we met, I said that I was going to steam Leonie's special occasion outfit so that I can show it to you in its best light. And I have, which you're going to be grateful that I did, because what a difference, right? So much more beautiful, even though it was already captivating. And what a difference steaming the veil made, right? That was so embarrassing. Why did I even leave that in? But I had no choice. All right, you made it. Let me just bring back some of the highlights of, well, I shouldn't say highlights of this video after, a 2-hour unboxing session that took me over a month to do. It's just that I can show you the pieces that still exist as they were, as in things that I haven't put away or changed the dolls out of. And one of those things I haven't changed the dolls out of, I kind of lied earlier in the video. Alphaba's probably going to keep this outfit. Who was I kidding? Because she looks so fantastic in it. I hope she can fit on screen. And then another, I want to bring back this custom because I'm really proud of her. Put her next to Avery in her special occasion dress to really show it off. And nothing much else is going to fit. So let me just bring back Trace in his pajamas. And then I think we're good. I think I'm leaving enough on screen for you to remember, to a little bit of a recap of the last 2 hours of your life and over a month of mine. As usual, thank you for getting through all this. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the stuff that is both new releases and retired. And I mentioned this in the beginning, I don't know if I did again, that I only shared the things that I was really excited about, like this wizarding outfit and of course a special occasion outfit. And the whole package that I got for Leonie was kind of special. I got it through a special means, let's say. And the Black Friday stuff, it was just so much that I'm trying to even think off the top of my head, what all did I unbox in this video? But I think at this moment you know better than I would. So thank you for hanging out with me, and hopefully I'll see you soon in the next video.